Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's episode 76. We're heading to Milan, so the Italian Grand Prix is coming up. Obviously, speed is a big thing for that one. You have some really tight chicanes as well to navigate and get through. One thing I haven't noticed as we're heading into this race, and we're definitely into the later parts of the season, at least the last third anyway, last 6 races, Max Verstappen has not scored a point in the last 3 races. Excuse me. That's something we're definitely going to want to manage today and hope that we can get back on track. Practice, heavy rain, but it should be clear for qualifying and sunny on race day. It's only a 21 lap race. I think we should easily be able to do it on medium tires, I would think, for a one-stopper. Will they make it 12 laps? I can't say for sure, but it certainly seems tire wear is low. Seems like we could actually almost go with softs. So we'll go with 3 sets of mediums, and everything else is going to be softs. We're going to forget all about the hard tires. And if it really comes down to it, we'll have one set theoretically to start the race, and then we'll switch to mediums from there, if that need be the case. Alright, shouldn't be any change in parts. It's been a while since we've had new parts to put on the car. But as you can see, we are much better off reliability-wise. So we'll be able to squeeze a little bit more out of weight stripping than what we've been able to do in the most recent past. If you have been watching the series on a regular basis, you would note that our financial troubles of the past were long behind us, but now they are back this season as I've hired the best staff, the best crew members, and 2 best drivers around. And now we're back to bleeding money, and we're kind of just hanging on. We're at a point where we could be going into the red here in 3 races, but then I'll have 2 sponsors coming up, and then kind of one after another in the races to follow that. So hopefully redlining for just a moment only gives us a warning and not an instant "you're fired." Which I think is the case we'll be looking at. Before I get to that, let's get that weight stripping going. So you can see now Colton and Max, their front wings are there and everything else is at 100%. Let's bring everything down to 80. Everything down to... yeah, there we go. So we're picking up some nice performance gains from that. Okay, so 21 lap race. Yeah, look at that. The hard compound can almost go the entire race without making a stop. So I don't even know it's possible. Haven't tried it. Mediums. Looks like we can get 13 or 14 laps out of them on a 21 lap race. That's actually, oh look, you could almost stretch the softs to go the distance. Ooh, now that's tempting. Let's say I can stretch one set 11 laps and go 10 on the other. That's the whole race done on the soft compound. And even if it turns out we can't stretch it, then we just switch to the mediums for the final stint. I say we give it a shot, which means I need to save 2 sets for the race, which means I have 2 sets for qualifying only, and then 1 set for practice to get the bonus. Okay, now handling needs to switch to understeer a little bit. We can go back and adjust Herta for that. Let's go ahead and do that now before we forget. Slight change there in anticipation. In fact, that barely makes it. Let's go a little bit further for Max. And you should have the same, yeah, 11 to 13. Okay, you're on race trim, and you are on qualifying ship. Those both hammered out. Oh, nice. They're both on triple grates to open up. I would assume you can lower the downforce a little bit here. Ooh, that is way too much. And we can probably just go like that and see what we get. Do the same thing here. Just get that subtle adjustment. I don't feel like I even need to do any pushing, so this will make practice a lot quicker this time. Okay, we went the wrong way on the downforce. Try 1/2 degree, and then let's see, we were here and now we're here, and our percentage did go up overall, so I'm assuming we went the right direction, but we didn't get what we needed, so we need to go this way. Yes? Yes. Okay, same for you. That's where we were. That's where we're going. Oh, wait. You went down. Okay, so the handling needed to be more this way. I wonder, speed balance, though. Maybe we put this back the way it was. That's where we were. And the handling. We're right back on the original line for the speed balance, though. Now, we'll see where that gets us. Okay, we got Colton. 99%. Long run. We almost got Max there. Of course it was great here at the bottom, and that's 96%. So we do still have a little bit of work to do on that. Now the big question though is which direction do we go on that speed balance? If we're off by 3% and great was over there, I'm assuming that it's actually probably towards top speed. Because if we, with the what the spread was, if we were 1% off, then I'd say it's 1% to the left, right? But if we're 3% off, that's a big margin. You're not going to have great if it's way over here, which means this one wouldn't have been great. It would have been good. So I'm assuming it's back the other way. So that's my estimate. I forgot to leave you out, so or to up your fuel load to keep you out for a while. So we'll bring you back in and we'll check, and I was right on that, but it also just moved things off the line on the handling just a hair. I'm not even sure how. To the right. That's too much. What about tire pressure? Haha, 1%. That should put that back on. Excellent. Okay, now 3 laps worth. Now I'm going to let them run for a while. Wow, everybody's out on the hard compound. Are they going to try to go the whole race distance and make it a 0-stop race? Oh yeah, there's supposed to be rain coming at some point. The weather has appeared to change a little bit, and yep, there you go, it's starting to rain. Worn tires, huh? Worn tires. Oh, wait, Max, I need to get you back out there. Soft tires is at level 3, so let's just go ahead and put you on the intermediates just because it's safer, right? Not that it matters in practice. There's no crashing in practice. Just like there's no crying in baseball. Ouch, 10%. We can bring you in though. You're done. You're done. Oh, you're so slow. But look how slow it is for the Prima to get around you. Alright, make sure. Job done. Job done. Yes. I'm not worried about the intermediate tire bonuses. So, you could just have a seat. Stay put. Your job is done too, actually. So, there you go. Bring you back in. Wow, you are so much faster than those other cars around you, though. Yay! 6 purple smiley faces looking at me. Da-da-da, session done. Got both cars locked in. Curious what that final percentage was for Max. As we were at 99% with 2 purple smiley faces. Alright, now I only want to get so far. I do not want to make it to Q3. For one thing, I do not have the tires. Let's see, what was it? 99. Okay, fine. At least it was another purple smiley face. So these are going to be single shot qualifying for me in Q1, Q2 because that whole tire situation. Deciding to save them for the race. Track grip is going to increase, so we'll wait that out. Lap takes just over a minute, so a minute and a half is more than enough time for me to get around, but we'll probably go about a minute 45 to be safe. That does mean we are waiting towards the end of the session for the track grip to be a little bit higher, be a little bit faster, so that we can get the job done. I'll probably send one out at 2 and one at 145, which will be safe, but also give me a good amount of grip. We should be faster than the back 5. Alright, I know guys, I know. You need to set a time. You need to set a time. I get it. I get it. Colton's on low form. Let's get him out of there first. There you go. It's your time, buddy. Okay, so minute 45. I've got to keep an eye on that. I'm already down to 10 seconds. And we'll just set you to auto because it's already at minute 45. Max is much higher in the standings this season, so much higher up the table, so that's why I focus on him. Alright, accelerate, 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 and decelerate. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, get those tires back up. Why are the brake temps heating up when you're not braking? Perfect on the tire temps. Brakes slightly overheated. Little confused as to why that even occurred. Herta is almost halfway around his lap. He's 0.3 of a second off at the end of the first sector. That already puts him out of the top 4. But well within range to, well, not necessarily 0.6 of a second down here after the second sector. That's getting awfully close to the danger zone. I mean, he needs to be within about a second. And just makes it for now, 14th. Time is up though, and these guys are all done, so he's through. Max, ooh, actually he's slightly further behind. No, that was not good enough, Max Verstappen. What is going on with you lately? Max is really off his game. Only 16th, so Max eliminated. A good 3-4 positions below where I would like him to be. Valdez, Nakashita, both Renaults out, both Primas out. And Max Verstappen. Lando Norris, fastest in Q1. We will now focus on Colton. And it's going to be the same thing, one-shot qualifying. He's only got one set of tires left. It looks like at the 5-minute mark we will be max grip. Alright, I think that's good enough. Perfect on the tire temps. Brakes overheated again, even when we weren't using them. Temperature was actually going up on them, and that was very confusing to see that. Track grip not quite at maximum right now. This should be good enough. First sector, 0.4 of a second off. We're a little bit slower than we were in Q1. That's a bad sign. We were, what, 0.9? And actually, I don't want to be much closer, so I suppose we're okay where we're at. 0.8 of a second down now. That's a 1.5 tenths lower than where we were. 1.096. That's not good enough to get into Q3, which is what I want. But it would be a little nicer to be higher up because it looks like Ocon could be going past us. No, Ocon does better his time, but it's still 15th fastest. Marilainen's behind us. Marilainen could be coming back out. I think Ocon's done. Marilainen's got enough time to get back out on track. So hopefully not P14. P13 sounds decent enough. P11 would be ideal. Let's speed this up. Marilainen is out on track. Let's go ahead and ride with them. 0.3, 0.7, that's going to be iffy. 1.118, 2 milliseconds slower than their previous lap time. Talk about consistent. So Harald, Nordstrom, Herta, Marilainen, Ocon eliminated. We are safely out when I want to be out, so we can get those fresh tires for the race. It is Lando Norris yet again with slightly faster time than they had in Q1. And quick sim of Q3. Will Lando Norris keep pole? Norris is fastest so far. Gata is very close behind though. And one more time. Gata! Ooh, improves their time but does not go faster than Lando Norris. Their last lap time brought them very, very close, but not enough. Nearly 1/10 of a second down. So Lando Norris on pole, Gata is second. Those two are consistently at the top with Newgarden, the Ferrari, in third. Schumacher, Leclerc, Marquez, so the big six on top. Marquez was out there running mediums. Apparently they were out of softs. Savannah, Giovinazzi, Van Dorn, and Carlos Sainz Jr. are your top 10. Toro Rosso is looking pretty strong today, as best of the rest. The McLaren and Williams will hopefully take a beating in this race after making it into Q3. They'll be on slower tires and need an extra pit stop most likely, unless they go for the hard compound, which will make them much slower after that first stop. Maybe the medium tires, though, would get them to the end if they have a fresh set, if they go long enough on that first stint. And that could actually, that could really be the case. So I was actually a little bit faster there in Q2, slightly. A little disappointed that Max got eliminated, though. There in Q1, even though it was only just. Would have liked to have had him slightly higher up the grid. But really, I mean, that's where we're at, car-wise. We just make up for it with weight stripping. We make up for it with tactics. Make up for it with really good drivers. Soft tires, race trim, definitely the way to go today. As we are going for the bold strategy, a one-stopper on the soft compound. I've got to try to survive 11 laps. I am not going to push for very long at all. Just the opening corners, and then we're going to go right down to neutral and try to make it last. So, here we are, the Italian Grand Prix. Lando Norris on pole, Gata. Dodgy neck, it looks like. Everybody's on these used softs. Margasov has double used, maybe even worse. Van Dorn and Sainz, both double used tires as well. And then here we go, we've got mediums. Bo Nordstrom in the hard compound. Marilainen's in the hard. Ocon's in the hard. Are they trying to do a zero-stop race? Valdez on mediums. Fuoku, the only other one on the soft compound. Harold's definitely going for a one-stopper. Interesting. We'll see if this pays off for me or not. But 5 red lights are up and ready to go out. And let's go racing. Herda really slow off the line. Max has got a good jump, but he ends up tucked in behind Herda. And so he gets slowed up himself, and Herda continues to slide backwards as he got that really, really slow start there. Max up to 15th, Herda down to 17th. Max having a look there, but he's 3 wide. Herda trying to get back to the inside, now back up into 16th. Herda slow through that chicane though, and he gets passed back down to 17th. Max still in 15th. Max is all over the place having a look around the McLaren. He does finally get around him up into P14. Herda follows suit possibly and actually uses Max as a blocker and gains an extra position himself and shuffles Max back. So Herda back up to 13th. We got 3 wide in front of us here, and we are 2 wide. Got some tight racing here at the moment with lots of cars blocking the way. Almost 4 wide there for Max as he tried to squeeze into the middle of that crowd. Squeezed off the edge of the track there. Luckily, he doesn't lose considerable time. Max now looking at P12. Herda 3 wide up into P13 behind Max and following through. We're going to keep pushing until we can get past this group and get into some open air. 3 wide as we are up into P10, P11. Herda having a look to get past Nordstrom. I haven't used ERS yet. But Herda, get down to neutral. Max, let's get down to neutral. Got to make these tires last. Okay, this is the straightaway. This is where we would want to push. Come out, Max. There you go. Wow, look how OP that was. I like it. Already, Margosov stopping. Putting on the hard compound. They're going to go the distance on those tires, but they will be much slower with the hard compound. Now, how are we looking? It's only lap 4, and we've already had 30% wear on these tires. So making it 11 laps... it's going to be iffy. I would like to have 20% or thereabouts left, which means we would need to go 80% in 11 laps. 30% in 4 is going to be a tough ask. Already another stop. Carlos Sainz Jr. has now stopped. Van Dorn has stopped, and Van Dorn's fixing a problem. That's going to eliminate them from contention. Sainz going with the hard compound as well. We're looking good right now in the points. Those guys are well down the order. I do have 1 stop to make, though. And they have made their only stop of this race. Max, let's go ahead and go to medium, save some fuel. You're behind your teammate anyway. I don't mind if there's a little gap between you. At this point, we're looking at needing to double stack. We might go 10 for one and 11 for the other. As we catch up to Giovinazzi on very, very used soft tires. Everybody in front of us is on those used softs. We have had the pace to move to the front of the non-top 10. And with their tires a bit more used than ours, we are definitely gaining on these guys right now. And Herda having a look. Your tires are cooling off. Let's go ahead and put you back up here for a second. And we are going to, after this chicane, and after we go to come off this straight, we're going to use some ERS. Attack. Good. Max, can you attack as well? Yes, nice. Now 6th and 7th as Schumacher is pitting. Let's bring you back down. Neutral. It's lap 7 already. Tires may be holding up. Let me do some math here. That's 6 laps in the books. More than halfway there, but we're down to 44%. I don't think we're going to get 11 laps out of these tires. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to completely fall off that cliff. We might have to go on to the mediums. Alright, let's bring your engine mode down. Catching up on A Ferrari? Oh, 3 cars are pitting. Gata, Norris, Savanin, all into the pits. Savanin putting on the mediums. They're all putting on mediums. I think they'll just about make it to the end. We might end up having to go for the mediums as well. Herta here in 3rd. Max in 4th. Giovinazzi getting ready to pit. 34%. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it. Don't think we're going to make it. We need to keep using some ERS here for Herta to keep a gap because we're probably going to double stack. Everybody else is pitting, and we are into the race lead for Colton Herta. Max in 2nd. Harold has all the cars behind us have not pit. I mean, we're back to Mick Schumacher virtual race lead. Lap 9, and we're about to hit the cliff. We're about to get slow here. We're so close. We're not going to make it, though. We are not going to make it. I think we're going to have to put on the mediums. I'm thinking. I'm not getting 2 more laps. There's no way that I'm getting 2 more laps. And already, I think I'm in danger right now. I've got just over 2 seconds between them. I'm going to put you back on push. I'm also going to attack. We're going to just go push here and nothing else to open that gap a little bit. And we're going to put on the mediums to get to the end of the race. Max, same. We got a double stack. 2.1 seconds is just about enough. If I open up a little bit more of a gap with Herta on the exit of the chicane, so we'll get here. There we go. If we can open up a few more tenths or a couple tenths, then we will definitely have enough gap and not cost Max any time here. Okay, there we go. Exit of the chicane. Attack, attack, attack. There we go. Yeah, now it's 2.5. That should be enough. All right, we relinquished the lead, and yes, that worked out just fine. Max pulled straight in. No mistakes, either one. 2 good quick stops, and Herta is in 12th. Max is coming out in 11th and 13th. Margasov. Ooh, nice. That's how far up we've gone. Margasov. Red Bull. Red Bull. We are right here with the Red Bull. Go push for now. And use a little ERS. There you go. Keep him behind you. Good. Good. We blocked it. Okay, you're going to go there. You're going to go here and here. And let's ride with Max. Max has 92% ERS, and he got passed. He got passed by Giovinazzi. And here comes the other Willie. What is that? Oh, it's Lando Norris. Okay. No wonder I can't block him. Yeah. But, can you get around him here? Can you get around him? Look at that. Nice little double overtake, but we're just on the edge. Go ahead. Push, push, push. Come on. Ah, you were so close. Margasov's going to beat us out eventually. I mean, Norris. Giovinazzi, though. Giovinazzi is beatable. Come on. Next lap. Do it for me. This is way too much traffic and fast cars behind you, Max, to hold this position. So I need you to, after the chicane here, I need you to get past the car in front of you. Get past Giovinazzi. Leave him behind. There you go. Oh, come on. He used the ERS to defend. All right. Go neutral. Just go neutral. We'll hold that position. We tried. We actually have closed way up in front of us. So right now we sit at 11th and 14th. There are 3 cars in front of us that have already pit in front of Herta. So we're looking at not a podium, but we will be good to go to the end. The guys in front, 7 cars have to stop. So we could be looking as high as 4th place. One of them are stopping right now. It's Valdez in the Prima. He is coming out behind us. So Herta's up to P10. Verstappen, though, stays in 14th as he just got passed by Carlagata. Little defensive move, and that's going to become 3 positions, at least temporarily, as we are in front of both Red Bulls. Let's go ahead and go back to push for now. We need to get your tire temps under control, so let's alternate here. P9, P11, Giovinazzi is trying to charge up behind. We will use some ERS this time before that gets too high. I might need to use it to defend, but otherwise I would like to make it on the front straight, where we definitely stand to gain the most overall. Here comes the Ferrari. P9, P12 right now. We've got all these fast cars in our neighborhood. It's nice to be in amongst them at least. Okay, that opens up a nice little gap there. Oh, they are closing me back down already. Dang. It's lap 15. We still have a number of cars to pit. There are 5 more cars to pit. So Herta still could move up to 4th. Verstappen could move up to 7th versus what's on the track position-wise. Okay, here we go, Max. Here we go. Ready? Push. Push. Get up there. Get up there. Get up. Get past both. Nice. Nice move. Max up to 10th for right now. We are 9th and 10th. We definitely need to have some ERS for the final lap. Herta's a little bit better off in that department. Also in the fuel department, tire wear. Both cars almost identical. They're right about neutral right now, so they're in good shape. Use a little bit this time. Open up a gap. There you go. So still P9, P10. All those cars on the hard compound have not pit yet. Have not pit. It's lap 17 of 21. But they are all heading off that cliff right now, or at least half of them already are over the cliff. And we've actually been gaining on these guys in front of us, so Mick Schumacher might not make it to the end of this race either, so it's possible he's going to need a second pit stop. Here we go. The first one's in right now. Marilainen in the pits. Engine. It's... Ignore. Okay, P7 and P8. Here comes Max coming up on Colton. Meanwhile, we are closing up on Nakashita. And fast. Sainz got around Nakashita. That was the car in front of us. Okay, we're going to go back to push. Go back to neutral one last time. And we're going to go, actually, stay push. We need a little engine. Uh-oh, we are stacking up behind here. Colton, get around. There we go. Up into P7 Max. Get around. There we go. 4 and 5. Nordstrom and Schumacher both pitting. Schumacher pitting a second time. We've only got Ocon ahead of us. That still has to pit. Savan and Sainz cutting it a little bit close, but I think they might make it the rest of the way. Ocon should be pitting this lap. Max, there you go. The Ferrari's making a move around Max. It's Newgarden. Newgarden's ahead of him, but Newgarden's tires are really worn. 2 laps. 2 laps. Colton has enough ERS to go twice. This lap and the last lap. Closing back down. We've got a shot here on that final lap. Max, we've got to go neutral here. We can't use this up. You're in 6th. Ouch. It's the final lap of the race. Final lap of the race. You can go overtake at the end. And wait, pause. You're going to attack. You're going to attack, but you don't have enough to do more than that. Once we come around that chicane, though, we're going to use whatever ERS we have. We are in P3 and P6 right now. There it is. There it is. Go, go, go. Max into 5th. Into 5th. He's out of ERS. Oh, drops back down to 6th. So we got 3rd and 6th place. Harrell. Max ran out of ERS just before the finish line. Harrell used the last of his to get back ahead. But that is outstanding. We got a podium. Colton Herta into 3rd place. Savanin hangs on to win this race for Toro Rosso. And the Williams of Carlos Sainz Jr. takes 2nd, while Colton Herta for us takes 3rd, which means none of the big 6 on the podium today. What a result that is for the little guy. And we are amongst the little guys, so good for us. Great result. That's going to be some really good points in this race. We'll see where we're at here in just a moment. Points-wise, it would have been nice if Max would have kept that position that he took over Harrell, but Harrell, Max just running out of ERS, quarter mile, half mile before the finish line, quarter mile probably, and Harrell reusing their own ERS to regain that position. Both cars in the points. Both cars high up the points. That's nice. That's 23 for us today. Of course, Toro Rosso, giant points for them. Look at that. Giovinazzi all the way down in 18th. So they got 25, we got 23. Williams pick up big points. They got 28 today. But other than that, we gain points on everybody else. And a lot. Breaking out the champagne on the podium. Solid 3rd place. Herta jumps to 11th place in the point standings now after that fantastic result. Max actually drops a place, even though he had a solid finish himself and finally scoring points again, up to 75 now. 8th place, 11th place for those two drivers. 5 rounds left now. We had just passed that 2/3 of the way through the season point, so we're going to quickly approach the 3/4 point now. One more race and we should be thereabouts. So Carl Logata leading the championship right now, but only 19 points above Lando Norris. Those two battling it out every race for the top 2 spots, at least in qualifying. But thanks to the qualifying format and having those used tires and not having a lot of tires to choose from, a lot of the other teams, we keep taking advantage. Look how close I am to Ferrari now. 11 points behind Ferrari. Boy, they are struggling. Force India all the way up in 3rd, which is just amazing. Williams 2 points behind them. Force India didn't score the points today, which was odd. After everything we've been through. Toro Rosso, I'm glad they only gained 2 points on us. They are the next one back in the standings. McLaren, Renault and Prima, completely out of reach now. Not worried about them at all. McLaren and Toro Rosso still within range. And ahead of me, I'm only 21 points out of third place. Mercedes, Red Bull, long gone. And there's only 13 points separating them. So they've got a battle on their hands here over the last 5 races. But we could still finish really anywhere from 3rd to 8th place. I think we're good enough that we're not going to finish in, 8th place. But who's to say? I can't improve the car anymore. Other than, the marginal gains that I'm getting right now. But I can't afford any new parts. So that still could set us back in the final races. Either way, that was a fantastic result. We've got Beijing coming up next. It looks like it's going to be raining from what I just saw, that quick glimpse up there. So, rain is my friend in this game. It's not everybody's, but it does usually net really good results if you pay close attention to the weather. But that's a good one. And look at Herta's form here. He went from 15th to 8th to 5th to 3rd over the last 4 races. And a 9th, 8th, 9th just before that. So he's had a good run here of late. This part hurts though. And look how low we're getting on the funding. One more race of funding left. That next race, that's where we go into the negative, but that's also where I'll have 2 sponsorships to collect from. Whew. Scary on the funding. Hopefully nothing happens in that one negative race. I mean, we'll be able to recover from it immediately after. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.